Hi guys, this is me, Mr.Not.So.Perfect, and I have a bit of a surprise for you. Um, I had the Pulsar XM30F. Well, I sold it on eBay for £645, which is pretty good. I had paid 1,049 about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, thereabouts. So I got quite a good return on that. So I have been saving money for about 9 to 10 months, and I had accrued just over, I don't know, I think it's about £1,400 thereabouts. So anyway, I was also selling on eBay my LPL30 IR laser, the military designator that I'd had for quite a while. But because my tube's not autogated, there was no point in really having it, because every time I used it, it just washed out the footage. So anyway, I'll have a few things to show you, and the main one is this. So I'm on a night vision Discord channel for Europe and the UK, and on it somebody was selling a PFN Falcon 640 Plus. So basically this is the version 1. I think it's got like something like a 652 by 400 sensor, so it's pretty much double or almost double the sensor of the XM30F. Pretty much it's the European version of the Infiray or IRAY RH25, which is very popular in America for hunting hogs or coyotes or whatever else. It has 4 modes, so it has basically a handheld mode where the buttons are basically pointing upwards, and then it has a it has a helmet mode. So if you turn it over, now this isn't the proper mount, you get with it a mini rail connector, which is basically this, and using the same bolts you connect the mini rail to there, and then you'd need like a dovetail to mini rail connector. I actually got my friend to 3D print me out a bridge with a mini rail adapter, and it's not perfect. It's designed for the flare breech. It does work, but it's not quite perfect. But I have bought another bridge. A bridge. So yeah, basically these you can buy them from Falcon Claw or Cold Harbour Supply in metal, and they're about 110 euros. Worked out about £100 thereabouts. But there's a 3D print online for free, so I downloaded it, got my friend to print it out. Each edge is very minimal from printing stuff out. I think it's printed in PLA or something like that, and it uses the same bolts that the mini rail uses, and it's pretty good. I mean, there's a very, very slight sort of, it seems to be flush with the body here, and on the side it's not quite flush. It does sit right on the bridge though, so it's pretty good. The only thing I need to add to it if I use the bridge is a redundancy strap. They're the same as the PVS-14, so I'm going to sort that out at some stage. But yeah, it does sit on the bridge fine. I mean, as you know, I don't hunt. I just sort of animal watch and track and whatever else. And I was out last night in the woods, and oh my god, this thing is just super sensitive compared to the XM30F. Didn't see any deer, did see a black cat, did a few other bits and pieces, a lot of mice, rodents, stuff like that. But yeah, this is absolutely stunning. Basically, there's a company called Endeavour Tactical in the UK, and if you buy the version 1 from them, they were selling it for I think about 3,900. So basically through the Discord and with part exchange in the LPL30, I basically got it for 2200. There is a warranty, but of course it's not transferable, but you know, I'm sure we can work something out should anything go wrong. But I mean, it's pretty much built for rifle shooting, so if anything does go wrong, then it'll probably be something major. But yeah, so basically this is the European version of the RH25. So it's got the handheld mode like this with the buttons uppermost, and then when you turn it over and mount it, the screen automatically flips. Now it's got two screens. It's got sort of like a square screen which is designed for clip-on mode, and then there's like a slightly zoomed in screen which is maybe like 1.2 magnification, and that's sort of like, I don't know, it seems to lend itself better to helmet mode, to be honest, because you sort of get almost a circular screen to look through. It's got a it's got a 7-pin sort of USB sort of BNC socket sort of output, so you can output video if you needed to, but I mean, to be honest, I don't think you need to. It records video. I think the video it records is 960 by 720, 760, something like that. So much higher than the XM30F recorded at. It's got so many different things. So that's the rubber bung over the 7-pin. The focus here, this is the eyepiece focus, so that basically focuses the icons inside. There are two rubber eye cups. There's this one, and then there's another one. I didn't even realise there was like another sort of set of accessories under the foam. I didn't find that out until I was like 3 days into owning it. But anyway, that one is sort of designed for helmet or clip-on mode, and then there is the Picatinny sort of mount for you know, putting it on a rifle, because also it's pretty much a dedicated weapon sight, you know, thermal sight for a weapon as well. So like I said, 4 modes: handheld, and then helmet mounted, and then clip on. So clip on, you would basically put that in front of your scope or your Picatinny rail, you know, like, I don't know, like AR-15 or whatever, and then this would sit in front of your scope, because obviously the thermal germanium lens doesn't see through glass, but you can magnify the image by, you know, by doing, you know, the other way. So basically you put that in front of your scope. If you look at some videos that Falcon Claw have got out, they've on their rifle they have a 3 times magnifier, then a red dot, and then they've got the thermal in front. The other thing you can do is you can basically just, what you do is you use the same bolts that's in there, because this is pretty much the same as that, and you bolt it to here, and then you can have it literally as a weapon sight, you know, on your chosen weapon. I mean, I think I could probably put it on an air rifle, because you can sort of collimate it, and it's got a reticule on it as well, which is enabled. I mean, if you don't know and you have one of these, in order to enable the reticule, you have to press the photo button and the power button at the same time for 3 seconds, and then basically that brings up the reticule options, unless of course it's been disabled in your country of choice, because some countries, I think like Germany, it's illegal to hunt with a thermal. So yeah, that's pretty much that. So yeah, startup is about 8 seconds for the version 1. Of course there is a version 2 out now, which is quite different to this one. It uses flat top or button top 18650 batteries, and the gentleman I bought it from, he provided 4. So these are 2800 mAh. They last for about 4 to 5 hours thereabouts. There was also I think he bought it from for airsoft. So there's also a kill flash, which is a basically 3D printed cap with a titanium inner, and then basically that fits that fits over your focus lens like that, and then if any BBs hit that, they will shatter before they get through to the lens. In theory, anyway. But yeah, I'm probably never going to use that, although I might try it just to see what it's like. But basically, it's just, I mean, I handheld it last night when I was in the woods, and it's just amazing. It's just so clear. It's just, the resolution's amazing. I mean, I was picking stuff up that I would never ever see previously. You know, like I found a striped mouse. I mean, I didn't even know mice could be striped, but yeah, basically there's a mouse on the side of the path, and it was like really tiny. It was only like 1.5 inches across, and this thing had stripes on it, which is really weird. But yeah, so it's got the focus on the front for the objective. Like I said, it uses 18650 batteries. There was a charger as well. I'm currently charging one of my batteries that I was using last night. Didn't have a manual, so there was an online 28-page manual, and well, me being me, I printed it out, all 28 pages. The other thing as well it does have is when you switch it on, if I can switch it on there briefly, that means to take the cap off. So very slowly switching on. I don't know if you can see. Well, I don't even know which lens it is. Yeah, so basically that's the inside view. And there, when the menu is not on, if you press the front, if you press the photo and the other button, there is a laser, and the laser is really strong. I mean, literally, I was looking out over the mountains last night, and I shone the laser up, and it easily reached like over like, I don't know, 800-900 meters. I mean, the dot obviously at that range is pretty big, but yeah, it's got a hell of a range on it at night, the laser. So, you know, obviously you'd use that for sort of either spotting. So like, you know, like in the past when I've used the Pulsar XM30F and I've seen something like, I don't know, a mouse or a rodent or something like that, and I've tried to sort of aim the night vision at the same place as the thermal, and you just can't. You can't sort of marry it up unless it's like on a bridge, and even then it's sort of hit and miss. So basically, what I with the laser, you literally just put the laser on, and green crosshairs come up on the screen, and then you can literally just point it at whatever you're looking at, and then the thermal and the night vision can be sort of pointing at the same place. I mean, it does sort of wash out the image a bit, because obviously my tube's not autogated, but it does at least allow you to point at the same direction as what you're looking at with the thermal. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I think it's an aluminium body. I did buy a bridge, so I bought this bridge off somebody on the Discord. It's a Sotac bridge, and it was really tight. I don't think I can get this off now. Oh, there you go. Right, so basically, for some reason, when you buy it and you get this little screw here, which is like, I think it's like an Allen key, something like that, they don't provide it. And in order to fit this to your Wilcox repo, well, this is I think it's an Excalibur mount or something. I think I paid about 80 quid for this anyway from eBay. It's a pretty good Wilcox repro mount. But when you push that in, you see, the clip, the end of it doesn't quite fit into there. And I tried to take that Allen key bolt out because there is some adjustment on the end, but it would not come out. I asked the seller about it, and he said he'd never used it, so I'm just going to take his word for that. But anyway, so what I ended up doing, rather than dremeling that thing, you know, a crosshead in it so I can undo it with a screwdriver, all I did was I put it in the vise, because the back of it, sort of, I mean, you can use that bolt, and then it comes off here, so you can have like adjustment. I think there's 3 holes or something, so you can have it like a little bit, like forward or back or whatever, compare, you know, how you want it, with your eye, the eye relief sort of thing. Obviously the PVS 14 and the thermal next to it. So all I did was I put that into a vise after I'd unbolted it from this, and I got a screwdriver and I whacked it with a hammer, and basically I think it's pushed it forward just enough, so now it clips in, and it clips in tight, which is good. I mean, you don't want it loose. See, you heard that click then. So now it's nice and tight and no issues at all. What I am going to do though is, when I have adjusted it properly, and I have tried it in the garden, bridging, thermal over my right eye, PVS 14 over my left. PVS 14 was a little bit forward more than I'd like, but it probably work out anyway, because I've got to mount the camera to it again, because I had tried it without the camera. But I'm thinking if I put a little bolt on there and just have it quite proud, I can then use one of the redundancy hooks to clip around that, and then that should pull it all against the helmet, and it should be all flush then. So yeah, basically this one, it's a really good clip. It clips in nice and easy like that, so that would basically be on my helmet, and then that literally there, you just sort of like push that bit there and it just rocks that back and forwards. So if I want to fit that now to that, I'll just rock that forward a little bit, and then that clips straight in, and it's nice and solid. I'm going to do want to make that completely flush on this side. I would just have to file that out a little bit on the inside, but it's pretty solid, and like I can flip it out of the way as well. I just push that and you can flip it out of the way, which is quite useful. So it's not a bad bridge. I have got a couple of little mini rail adapter for this coming from AliExpress, and they're designed for this bridge mount anyway. So I paid 110 quid for the bridge mount, and it came with a few other accessories as well, like another clip that you can use for PVS 14, one that goes around the end of the objective as well, for the PVS 14. That might be better, because I need to bring it slightly back, because this thing is slightly sort of further back than the PVS 14, so it doesn't quite sit right together, but it does give a merged image. So when I put it on the square screen rather than the little zoomed in one, which is circular, it does sort of give you that fusion, and my brain is sort of marrying it up together. I mean, it's not perfect. It is sort of like slightly staggered. Like Bella was in the garden, I was looking at her, and the view was very, very slightly staggered, and I had to sort of adjust it to sort of like put the images together, of her sitting there. But yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. I mean, like Falcon Claw sell a bridge for like €435. So it's like 380 quid. It's a lot of money. I mean, yeah, it would obviously be much better than this, and probably much lighter. But you know what? This will be good enough. The only thing I might have to do is put a breeze block on the back of my helmet as a counterweight, because it's so bloody heavy now. I mean, that is pretty heavy. I'll go and get my kitchen scale. Oh. Go and get my kitchen scales, if it will bloody work on the table. Alright, let's have a look now. So I'll stick that there. Right, so that is 274 grams. So if I take the bridge off here, it's tight. Right, so it's come off. I mean, you want it pretty tight anyway. So the Wilcox Repro mat is 163 grams. For you Americans, 5.7 ounces. I don't understand ounces at all. No, completely lost me. So I'll stick with grams, thank you very much. So 163 grams. The bridge should be, I think it was about 160 grams. No, 113, yeah, 113. Actually, it was 160 or something else. So yeah, 112, 113 grams. Not too bad. So it's combined under 300. But then of course this is about 353 grams, 380 grams. So I mean it's knocking it on. I mean it was pretty heavy on my head, to be honest. So altogether, yeah, it's going to be quite heavy. But you know, I'll work something out. See, I don't know how Falcon Claw manage it, because they've got pretty much the same setup. I think maybe their bridge is slightly lighter. I think it's only like 70 gram. You know, I mean this is like some Chinese thing, you know, I mean it was 110 quid. You know, you can't compare it to like a £400 bridge, can you? So I mean, even with that on it, let's stick that light, which is on that side. Is that right? Yeah, so I'm going to shove that on it. Now you're looking at 653 grams. So you're looking probably a kilogram. It's probably a kilogram with a PVS 14 on it. So grab the PVS 14, rock across the room. Try and get this bloody chair. Right. So this is currently not got my J-arm on it. It's got a little sort of clip, sort of J-arm on it that you get with this thing. So this clips in nicely with this, should do. Oh, it's on the wrong, do you know what, I put it on the wrong side. It will only fit with the thermal on the right side because of the battery compartment. See, I did want a Jerry YM 2.0, but I would have had to import one. And with the Jerry YM, you do have it, can't get off now, you do have it so that the battery compartment is sort of like above, like that. So if you had a mount here, that would be perfect. I mean, it's weird, there's a plastic thing there, and I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a cover. It's weird, the whole thing is like aluminium. You've got a little bit of plastic there, and you've got a little bit of plastic there. It's almost like you could have a mount there. Now that would be perfect, to be honest, if you had a mount there, because then you could mount it either left or right. Well, anyway, beggars can't be choosers. So right, so if I stick that on, the right side, I'll get rid of 14. I'll stick it on. Get it on the right bloody side. No, hold on. Yeah, that's right. I haven't used the bridge for ages, so it's so bloody confusing. Right, so that's on it now. See, look. Oh, do you know what? That is pretty bloody close, actually. Oh my god, how close is that? Wow. That is spot on, actually. That's mad. Yeah, that is mad. So that, oh my god, it is. That is perfectly aligned, and I didn't think it was. It was that was confusing me. So I think if I swap that, yeah, and use that one, it might be better. But anyway, this is going to be over a kilogram, probably. Yeah. Yeah. 1020. So 1 point, is it 1.2? Yeah, 1 point, no, it's not 1.2, 1.02 kilograms, which is pretty heavy. But I mean, I've got my camera to go on top of that, but it's not going to weigh much. It's probably going to weigh like 50 or 60 grams. So that is pretty heavy. I mean, I've got like a redundancy strap, a few of the bits and pieces to add on to it. So yeah, not perfect, but I think with the right counterweight, you know, it could be usable. But yeah, it's pretty much sort of, I can't believe that it's literally like perfectly lined. That's mad. I wasn't expecting it to be perfectly lined, mainly because of the rubber thing being on it. So yeah, I'll have to try it with that and see what it's like. I mean, obviously I'm going to have to increase my counterweight on the back to try and get it perfect. But yeah, that's pretty mad actually. Now, I had planned to go out tonight, but I was a bit tired to be honest. That's doing the cats, doing the rescue. So I didn't bother. And I have got video to edit anyway from last night. But yeah, that's pretty mad actually. That was pretty mad. So yeah. So pretty much that. So 80, what was it? About 200 for that. So and what I paid for the 14. I mean, going off the original prices, 24. Yeah. So there's about just under £4.5 there. Just under £4.5 grand. That's pretty mad, isn't it? But yeah, pretty mad. But yeah, very usable. I think I could, with the right counterweight, I think I could get away with that. I might have to adjust my pads on my helmet just to sort of make it slightly better, slightly more comfortable. I'm gonna end up probably with a bloody flattened spine due to the bloody weight. But yeah, I'll have to ask around and see what other people do. You know, see how they sort of deal with that that 1 kilogram weight on the front of their head. But yeah, it's pretty mad. Anyway, so yeah, this is my PFN Falcon 640 Plus version 1, and I can't wait to get back out there and make some more videos because the resolution is just fantastic, absolutely amazing. Mostly really good on 1x magnification. 2x is okay, 4x you're getting sort of like blurry mode, but it's not really designed for sort of, you know, zooming in and getting like perfect focus. You know, it's designed for wearing it on a helmet or sticking on a weapon. You know, I'm unlikely to ever do airsoft. I mean, so you know, I'm unlikely to ever get an air rifle and go shooting again like I used to. So it's just sort of walking around in the woods and yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just gonna carry on filming, going out when I can. I've been playing Stalker 2 as well a little bit, but you know, I am pretty busy with the rescue. I've got a few cats I've got to try and trap this coming week. So anyway, that's my new thermal, and you know, I can't wait to get back out there and get some good content for you guys to watch. So catch you soon.